On a new site, we got little Dirt Boss in action. Summer school is in session. We got the Kubota, we got the mini roller. Let's do it. All right, here's the skinny without getting too gruesome on the homeowner here. So basically, homeowner and a buddy was coming here to do a project, and a little over their head just to be nice. But we're here, we're gonna build a building pad for a barn. We're going to take these 4x4s out, set everything aside, get rid of all this clay overburden, push it back here for backing, and then bring in 6 loads of crusher. All right, we're going to take this 4x4, it's got rebar in it. I can't believe that's holding. 40 feet long. All holding together. Easy. Don't come back into me now. Just put it up on this hill for now. Get it out of the way. Like so. Save the crusher, crush. Grab some of that tilt bucket action. Little sod in there. All right, so now what we're gonna do is just strip this whole area and get a ball field going so we can get a layout. So all this overburden and clay that's here, just gonna put on the backside now. They were digging it out of there and putting it up here. And that's what we're gonna do. Let's get to it. Simple and easy. Helping the homeowner load the 4x4s up. We're setting this at the angle that the new building, we're just going to cock it to make it fit better in here. Halfway through the overburden cut. Some of it's stripped underneath, some of it isn't. It won't be bad. We'll just cut the sod out. Basically where I'm setting this at that angle is going to be the new angle of the garage. Is long as it fits in here. We got a septic field to the left and just a regular field to the right, which we don't want to really get into, but we'll see where it lays out. I think still cutting. Oh yeah, major sod clumps. We'll get it. Diesel tooth bucket, getting after it. On the last little bit. Get this all cut out and then temporary layout just to make sure we're in the right area. And then box it out. Probably go down another 4 inches anyways. Get that sod all out of there. In some spots it's there, some spots it's not, like I said. This is like the carpet layer, what I'm talking about. You can see it's like an overburden with roots and mats. They will come up like that and full of roots and mats, and then there's different color dirt underneath, and that is what we're looking for our subgrade. And then we'll smack that with the roller and then hit down some fabric and then pressure run on that. So they're the steps you gotta take to get a proper base when you're doing a stone foundation like this. Just get rid of that overburden first. Yeah, it's more material to come up, but you can't play games with that. Easiest way to cut it out is to go into it like this. I'm going uphill into the where it's got to be taken out, and I'm putting the material on the low. The bulk of the material is going to go over to the back left. I already shot elevations. That's going to be the most where it has to be built up because the hill slopes off. It's kind of an optical illusion. 3 different slopes here we're on. So well, you see that carpet come right up. That's just nothing but sod. It was an old farm field for. This is like right around the corner from my farm. It actually almost borders Dirt Boss Farms. You can see it from here. So this growing up, this was nothing but cornfields when I was a kid. This whole area, there was no houses. All this hill was horse farm and cornfields. Now it's turning into solar farm and houses. Over there easing the homeowner's mind, letting them know that Dirt Boss got his back, and we're going to be getting this squared away and ready for the building very soon. Hey, there's the track, Kubota. And then all the dirt I'm putting there will be backing. That's why I'm stacking it the way I am. And again, I'm just doing this by eye right now. I'm kind of got a visual where it's got to be. Once I get the overburden cut out, we're going to lay it out. Doesn't matter if you're too big or not. All this dirt's going to get backed up to it. So get enough out, bulk it out. right, Max painting the line so we know where to cut the sod out. We have everything laid out right now. We did shift it this way 10 feet, re-angled it. Everything is gonna work with his driveway that's coming in. Still got some sod to cut out, but we got everything laid out. 48 by 36. The diagonal is 60 and a 16th, I think. And yeah, won't be long. We'll smack this subgrade down with the roller, then throw fabric down. Subgrade. Max just gonna give it a 1-2 smack down with the roller. Just that's the way it's supposed to be done. And then we're gonna put fabric down. Then I'm gonna run and grab 6 loads of crusher. Have my buddy help me. Old Jimbo, if you guys remember on the channel, Jimbo. Hopefully he'll truck with me so we can do 3 and 3. Set them right here on the crusher or on the fabric, and we should be good. He's just gonna color this in, and it will make a difference. If you can roll your subgrade, it makes a big difference when putting in roads or anything else too. All right, on the last pass, we'll have this thing shaped up and then throw some fabric down. All right, fabric is going in, overlap, flash it so your top piece goes over that piece of water shed underneath this slab runs out and not under the fabric. I state that in a lot of videos. Big roll of fabric, 15 foot wide instead of our normal 12.5. Staple that down before the wind gets at Max. Get to there, cut it, and then it's crusher run time. yeah, round 2. We got round 3 right here coming in. He's gonna pull in and we're gonna back on up. So we back up through here. We got big switchbacks that we've been coming up. It's real steep and big. But we gotta fit in between a camper and a shed to get in here too, which is tricky. Old Jimbo getting her done. So if you hug the camper, then you crank it in. Want me to get out? It's just a tight squeeze to get in here. We'll get it though. Straighten it out now, get past that, and then now you gotta crank it back the other way to get in past this other stuff. Just watch the camper. Nice. Back on site. We're here. We got the 6 loads dropped off yesterday. 2 more there and a load of stone there. That should shape us all up here. Hopefully the weather holds out. It's cloudy, windy, overcast, but I don't think it's supposed to call for rain. So that's where we're at. We're gonna just smack this down, level up, get everything looking good. We'll take this dirt, back it up so we don't migrate the stone out. Push that all up.
That works.
We raised our corners up, put a little marker so we can see them in the machine because the little rebars are a little low. It's for laying out houses. Get in the machine. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is just get this overburden material sloped up close to the fabric. That way it migrates, it won't migrate, and we'll be able to control the cut and fill. This bush seen better days. Gotta go. We buried a hammer somewhere. We this slid out, and I seen it at the last second. It's gotta be somewhere right here. Oh, there it is. All right, just getting our elevations here and getting Max ready for the roller. We'll get this smacked down and give a heavy hit. I don't know if I want to keep giving these pro tips because my competition's been watching, and I'm not going to give this one, actually. You know what I mean? You got to learn this one on your own. Yeah, so get back onto the competition thing. You know I like to give all the pro tips to everybody, but when it starts backfiring on me, now that I got my elevations somewhat set, just back in the back of this because I know how high the dirt's got to be to stop the migrating, and just work them both together. You don't want to waste this crusher run, that's for sure. Wish that I didn't dump just load this crusher run on the lawn, but that was here before I got here. You skipped and didn't see that part of the video. We took this over, this project, so we're here to fix it. We had to rip everything out and start over, and all right, we are just roughed in here. We're just gonna give it the old smackdown with the roller. Keep beating the heck out of this. And then keep migrating the dirt, keep migrating the stone. A lot of stone gotta go in this outside trough. I'm really hoping we have enough, but not sure if we're gonna. Little 2-ton roller does a good job. Got a new Honda motor in her. Don't use her much, but when we do, she comes through. Old Max, he's the roll master. He loves the roller. All right, smack down. We got to string up. We do some paint lines just to get closer. Just again, trying to save the stone. If we had abundant, we got 9 loads here, so if, you know, you guys know how much that added up. So if stone was cheap, we wouldn't care. But we keep migrating and migrating both same time. That way you're not putting 2 foot past the line more than you need, because 2 foot at 3 foot thick, boy oh boy does she add up quick. I should probably clean my windshield for you guys. This thing's all tore up from the brush cutting job I had. I got another one coming up that's hairy too. It seems like people know that I'll get into the hairy stuff, so they call me. They see the videos and they're like, hey, I got something for you. So we got another hairy one that's all vines and all craziness. It's a process, but it is working. Closer and closer each time. Homeowner saw the 6 loads of crusher running in there and thought I was crazy. He said, this guy don't know what the heck he's doing. He's got way too much material. Disappears fast. All right, hours of frustration working on that roller. She started to go and then she quit. We are one load of stone short, crusher run. We're gonna go grab that because we want to use this clean stone for the top and fine tune and give it like a little entrance for the door. But yeah, going to get a load of crushy and drag that thing up on a trailer. Unbelievable. Fallon plugs, brand new motor. Getting too much fuel, Fallon plugs. I don't use it much, but it's a Honda. All right, what a day. Got the load of stone here. Max is on the whacker, tamper, hitting the edges and pounding it down. Went in there with the load, or the load of stone crusher. Didn't even sink a bit, so we got good compaction. We're gonna smack it all down with the edges now, lay this all out, fine tune everything. Then I'll come back with my big boy roller and whack it down one last time. But yeah, frustrating. I hate when stuff breaks, but it is what it is. We got it to fire up. I just don't know. It just keeps flooding. If it's a bowl issue or what, a float, I mean, stuck. I'm not gonna dive into it here. It's easy enough just to drag out of here. Get 'em. Yard sale. Just gonna get this up. I'm gonna run the skid steer down the edge right now where it meets the dirt. Put the track right in that low spot. Even though we did tamp it, I want to make sure this is tracked in right here. This isn't even part of the building. It's a lean-to that is out. And plus we gave 3 foot bigger around the whole building, around the whole lean-to and everything. So the building's way in the center, super compacted. Max giving me the wow, because I got a little whoopty in it, you know? Critiquing me. Saying, what the heck? I get it. Giving another push on the migration. And we should be pretty good. We got one load of clean stone to finish off the pad. Still not so deceiving. It's up to our marks, but still gonna have a lot of low spots in it. Gonna fine tune it in a bit. All right, all smacked down. We're gonna see how good we were with the eye. It's hard without the smooth bucket, the tooth bucket. You can only leave flat. You can't get up on edge like I normally do to grade out. So I may have to grab that if it's super bad, but we're all up to elevations on our marks. So we're just gonna check the centers and then get another hit with the vibrator around the whole outside, and then we'll wait for the big roller. All right, we did good. We're all within an inch and a half. We're just gonna top it all off with the clean rock like I wanted, and then we'll break that dead nuts. And this is gonna be a 1, which is just 1 rock, 1 height of a rock, I should say. So we got a 1 here. Let's get squared up. little bit to have less watershed coming into the lean-to. Throwing it here in the front where it's got to be built up just for backing purposes. We'll cut that down and let this water go right on out this way. Right on out this way. Try to fill this hole that the previous skid steer did. Kind of big divot. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough dirt to fill that, but taper this out a little better. Hard to see in here now with all that dust on the window. To his back. He gave me the Maloik. Oh, I'll hear about that one. Alright, I think I'm done for today. We'll be back tomorrow, Saturday. Come back with the roller tomorrow, top everything off, fine tune it, and we're good. But back here is like, oh, just doesn't, but I'm trying to fill his. You know, he had a huge divot here that he dug out originally, but we put all the dirt in the back is. So, no dirt to find on the right side of it. I cut out as much of the field as I could to get the water to go. And I think we'll be alright though. Alright, we're going to call it a day today. Sun come back up, but it is threatening. I hear boom, bang, bang. Dirt work. We're going to cut a little more out of here tomorrow. We'll take these stakes right out so I'll be able to grind that whole edge. And for what this was in the back, it come up pretty good. There was a 3-foot hole back in there. We just got what we got to fill in and get it so the water gets out of here. But Max really did a good job hitting this thing down. He went over it 50 times with that thing, and all the edges are good. And we got the first hit at least with the roller, and then all the tracking and packing with the machine. And then I'm gonna go right now, pick this roller up. I'm gonna slap it on the trailer. Back on site, we got the smooth bucket and the rollers fixed. Worked on that till 7:30 last night. Brought it back to the yard. Took the carburetor all apart. It must have been the float was stuck. Something was in there. I mean, it's motor's brand new, but what happens is you let it set a while and the fuel, you know, evaporates with all the heat and everything, and gets maybe a little crusty or whatever. But it looked good in there. Put it all back together. It's got a big double barrel carb, everything, you know, and had to take a lot of stuff apart to get to it, but put it all back together, not knowing if it was going to work, and she worked. All right, we're going to give this thing a big smack down, fine tune, throw some clean number 2 on the top, fine tune it all up, smack down the dirt work a little bit more. If there's leftover stone, make a little entrance. So re-rolled, re-shot. We keep getting a high spot in the center because the crusher run's exposing where every else is number 2 clean stone. So we're taking the hard spot out of crusher run, cutting 2 inches out of it, and putting 1 inch of clean rock. Hang on. Cutting it out, putting it where the driveway's going in, and then putting clean rock over the top so the whole top matches. Oh, she's getting pretty now. Everything's matching and blending. We got one little high spot here and a low spot in the back. And we are good. Cut this out. Put it in the back. Like so. Break it out. Then give one last roll with the roller without the vibrator, just a soft roll, just to set the stone. We don't want to move the stone, we just want to set it. One last little patch here, Max is just grading that out. We'll throw some rock in it. He just had to cut out a 1/2 inch, and it's party time. All right, we're gonna do some bonus work with some leftover stone and connect the little bit of driveway, just cutting out some sod here. This part wasn't part of my contract, but you know me. Mikey Extra. Always trying to make things good so you get the repeat work. Cut this out, bring this down back below. Set it here for erosion. It's got some good stuff in it. Some dusty dust. All right, this one is a wrap. We're out of here. We had enough stone for the driveway, which kind of worked out really slick. Stone pad ready for that building. Dead level. Everything's looking good. Right, Max? Give a pound, buddy. First job start to finish, right?
Yeah. Looking
forward to the summer?
Sure.
Learning a lot?
Sure.
You know it. 14 years old. Gotta start them young. Gotta get them into it. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.